feel like you're making progress and then boom, your anxiety comes back out of nowhere, you're not alone. What if I told you that setbacks isn't failure, but proof you're healing? Stay with me, because in this video I'll explain exactly why setbacks happen, what to do when they hit, and how they're actually the final step before freedom. Hey there, my name's Jord, and in this video we're diving deep into setbacks. What they really are, why they happen, and how to handle them when you're in the middle of one. This video is for those of you who already understand what anxiety is, how it works, and who've been doing the work, responding correctly, changing your relationship with anxiety, but then suddenly, a setback hits. Or maybe you just want to understand this stage a little bit better before it happens, so you're prepared. Either way, you're in the right place. So let's talk about what a setback really is, because it's not just anxiety coming back. It's a moment where you feel like things were going well, maybe even amazing, and then suddenly old symptoms return. New symptoms show up. You feel overwhelmed. You question everything. You might spiral back into fear. Forget everything you've learned and feel like, was it all fake? Did I actually make any progress? Am I back at square one? Well, let me be super clear. You are not back at square one. In fact, you can only have a setback if you've made progress. People who are still stuck in the cycle, they don't experience setbacks. They haven't moved forward yet. So ironically, a setback is proof that you're healing. It's progress in disguise almost. And inside my full program, I teach the 6 stages of recovery. And let me give you a quick rundown of them. In stage 1, you feel constant anxiety or panic. In stage 2, you start learning what anxiety is and how it works. Then in stage 3, you're changing your response and your behavior towards your symptoms. You're no longer focused on symptoms, but on responding correctly to them. And in stage 4, you experience breaks in symptoms. So you might get more periods of calm and maybe less anxiety symptoms overall. Then in stage 5, boom, here comes a setback. If you didn't expect this to happen, it can really overwhelm you and make you wonder whether you did something wrong or whether you lost progress. But if you don't get trapped in thinking that, but instead focus on responding correctly once again, you'll get through it and reach stage 6, which is recovery, which is freedom. So where do setbacks show up? Stage 5, right before full recovery. That's how normal they are. That's how expected they are. That's how close you are. Here's why they happen. Setbacks usually follow a period of strong growth. You've been responding correctly, getting back into life, doing hard things. Your nervous system starts to release old stress. Think of it like an adrenaline dump. All the old stuck energy gets flushed out. Sometimes that release triggers new sensations that you haven't felt before. And your survival brain, being the cautious thing that it is, says, hold on, are we really safe? And just like that, it throws you a test, a weird sensation, a scary thought, a wave of panic. It wants to see how you respond. So this is your final exam almost. If you panic and go back to resisting, it thinks, maybe we aren't safe yet. But if you stay calm, accept it and keep going, it gets the message. Oh, okay, we're really safe now. And that's where true healing kicks in. So let me quickly go over what not to do when a setback hits. Don't fight the feelings, because that only fuels them. Don't try to figure out the symptoms. Don't panic and assume that you failed. And don't create these rules like, I'm not allowed to feel this, or this shouldn't happen. And don't avoid life. Don't go back into hiding. That's how you get agoraphobic, right? Avoidance and resistance are exactly what keeps anxiety alive. So instead, here's what you do want to do. Recognize this is a setback, and that's normal. It means that I've grown. Remind yourself that these symptoms are just old adrenaline leaving your body, leaving your system. And obviously respond correctly. Let the feelings be there. Don't resist. Don't analyze. Work on responding to them correctly and re-engage with life. Do what you were planning to do, anxious or not, right? And when anxiety shows up again, just respond again. You don't need to be perfect, you just need to be consistent as much as you can. Because every setback is your gym, it's training time. You're building emotional muscle. As setbacks create something powerful, proof. You go from asking, what if this comes back, to saying, oh, if it comes back, so what? I know exactly what to do. And that's the shift. That's where anxiety starts losing its grip. You stop fearing fear itself. And ironically, when you stop fearing it, it shows up less and less. And this reminds me of Stephanie, one of the ex-participants in my program. And around week 10 to 12, she had a massive setback, flooded with doubt, symptoms, panic. But she didn't quit. She rewatched some of the videos again, applied the tools again, kept doing what mattered. And today, she runs her business confidently, and her anxiety doesn't control her anymore. And she'll tell you, those setbacks were essential to her healing. I've actually recorded a case study with her that you can watch on my YouTube channel. I'd really advise you to check that out if you're interested. So let's zoom out. Recovery is not the absence of symptoms forever. Life still happens, stress still happens. Recovery is when you stop fearing symptoms, when you stop fearing anxiety, when it doesn't control your decisions. When it shows up and you're like, okay, I got this, that's freedom. So what should you do from here on? Focus on responding correctly, consistently. That's your job, not to fix everything, not to avoid the next symptom, just to respond in the right way over and over again. And if you notice that you've slipped back into the anxiety cycle, like maybe you're resisting, problem solving, or avoiding, just recognize it. No need to beat yourself up. Redirect your focus and return to responding correctly. And then, allow time to do the rest, because healing is just a matter of time as long as you keep showing up in the right way. Now, if you're not already part of my full program and this video spoke to you, I'd love to invite you to join us, because going through this journey with a supportive community, people who've gone through the same setbacks that you might go through, make a massive difference, just like it did for Stephanie. And inside the program, we guide you step by step through the recovery journey, setbacks included, so you don't have to figure it all out on your own. And I'll put a link to my program in the description below this video if you're interested. So whether this is the first setback or your fourth, it doesn't mean you failed. It means you're healing. This is your next rep at the gym. You've got this. Thank you so much for watching.